So, in our previous method overriding example, we have seen the use of a method called toString method. So, this toString method, the intention of this toString method is to convert the current status of all the data fields of an object, concatenate them into a string and return that string. So a user of a class anytime can call this toString method and know about the current status of its object. So status means whatever the current values of all its data fields are. So this is the original intention of the toString method. So you understand that every class in Java is different. Since they are somehow different, they are designed to be different classes. That means the toString method will return different types of status. So that means this type of behavior, that means having a method that will return a string containing all the status information of my data fields. This behavior is common for every class in Java. That's why the developers of the Java community, they have put this toString method in the object class. So you understand that if the toString method is an object class, what will be the implementation? Because what type of string will be returned for each of the classes, it will be different. And we have seen in our example that in our geometric object class, the toString method in geometric object class returns the status of three data fields: color, field, and date created. But in the circle, besides these three fields, we have another field, radius, and thus we needed to override the toString method. So similarly, the toString method, in order to put it in our common object class, we actually had to, that means the developers had to put a default implementation. And that default implementation returns a string that consists first the name of the class, then an @ and a number that represents this object. Usually this number is the reference variable value, that means the location. So if we have something like this, that we are creating an object of the class loan, and then we are printing loan.toString. So if we don't override the implementation of toString in our class, it will simply execute the default implementation of toString, which first prints the name of the class. Here the name of the class is loan with a capital L, then the @ and then a number. The number usually is the reference variable value, but this message is not very helpful or informative. So every user of the class, they must override the toString method in their own classes to return useful information about their classes. So this is the toString method.